Welcome back to the 15th episode of the BroadStreet Sports Podcast featuring Zachary Chaby and Logan Burns.
What's up? So today we're talking about MLB. Playoffs started today, and then moving on to the NFL, moving into Week 5.
So right now we have some games going on. It's the Texas Rangers and Tampa Bay Rays, which that game is in the 8th inning, and the Texas Rangers are up 4-0 with a runner on base. And then the other game that just started is the Twins and the Blue Jays, and the Twins took a 2-run lead in the top of the first with a Royce Lewis 2-run bomb. So, what are your thoughts? And then, also later on we got the Brewers and Diamondbacks at 7, and then we got the Phillies and Marlins. What are your thoughts on the game so far and the games ahead?
So far I'm surprised. Rangers, it's currently 4-0. Rangers playing the Rays. I had the Rays win this game. I actually had the Rays sweeping the Rangers. I didn't expect the Rays to be losing at all. So, I don't know. Maybe they come back. It's only the 8th. They still got one more inning. And then moving on, we have the Blue Jays Twins. I have the Blue Jays winning the this round, or I have the Blue Jays winning this matchup. Right now, it's only the second. Currently, the Twins are winning. It's 2-0 Twins, but it's only the bottom of the second, so the Blue Jays do have plenty of time to come back. It's not a big lead for the Twins, but the Blue Jays could definitely come back. I have them moving on, being the Twins, and then tonight we have Diamondbacks Brewers, and then Marlins Phillies. For the Diamondbacks Brewers game, I have the Brewers moving on. I don't think the Diamondbacks score a single point.
And that entire series?
Yeah, I don't think.
That's something to say.
I'd be shocked.
They've been a good team this year, though.
Brewers pitching is nasty.
I don't have Woodruff, though.
I don't care. That's still. I don't know. I still think either way, Brewers move on, and then Marlins Phillies. I have the Phillies winning tonight, losing tomorrow, and then winning again and moving on.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So for my picks, I have, even though the Rays are losing right now, most likely gonna lose game 1. I think they'll bounce back. They're such an underrated team. They'll win the next 2, go on to the next round to face the Orioles, which I think will be a very good series if that's the case. And then the Blue Jays and Twins, depending on the Blue Jays at Twins, it's early in the game, but that Royce Lewis just made a big play. I still think I like the Blue Jays roster better because they have the better pitching. Their offense is more balanced between Guerrero, Vovichette, Springer, Kirk, and Varsho, those kind of guys. And then they have solid pitching in Jose Barrios, Kevin Gausman. So I think they'll be able to get the job done. They could always still come back in this game, but either 2 or 3, obviously. But and then the Diamondbacks and Brewers. This is going to be a 3-game series, and I think, in my opinion, I think the Diamondbacks are a young and upcoming team, and they could be the shocker of the entire postseason because they're so young. These guys just need either way, winner no matter where they go, just to get these young guys an experience and get them on the national stage will do wonders for them later in their career when they're doing this every season. I don't know. I'm going to go with the Diamondbacks in that series. I think the Diamondbacks move on to go play the Dodgers. And then Marlins and Phillies. You said it's going to 3 games. I think we win tonight. We got Nola on the mound tomorrow. I just think, Nola hasn't been the best. Don't get me wrong. But I just think Wheeler pitches good tonight. The offense does well. The offense is bound to have, a monster game in this series. I don't think it's tonight because, first game, fans are going to be crazy. But, the second game, I think they'll be not used to it, but, the excitement. But, they'll be, locked in. And, what their slogan is right now, take October. That's what they're meant to do right now. This team went to the World Series last year and got better. Their expectations is not only to get there again, but to win it this time. And I think they do it in 2 games. I'm not, disrespecting the Marlins whatsoever. I just don't think they have the overall roster to contend with the Phillies right now. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them, but we'll have to see what happens. So before we move on to NFL, What are you most excited and expecting for the postseason this year compared to last year?
I'm expecting Bryce Harper to do some crazy fucking shit. Like
Even more than he did last year?
Yeah, I'm expecting it. That dude's baseball god. Like, anytime we need something to happen, he just does it. Like, nonchalantly, he's just like, yeah, I just did that. That's cool. Remember when he hit that inside the park home run? Who the hell was that against?
The Giants.
Giants? Remember that? He just, like, shrugged it off. He's like, yeah, I just did that just for shits and giggles.
So you want to talk about Bryce Harper? So that's cool. That's cool. But I have a question for, like, every single team. What do you think is the one player on any of the teams, AL, NL, that could surprise anybody and could be an X factor to possibly leading their team to, like, past expectations? It could be any team.
You want one from the NL, NAL?
Sure, that works.
I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know. I think Mookie Betts pops off for the Dodgers.
Mookie Betts.
I think he probably does the best for the Dodgers overall.
Okay.
And then takes them to the championship. But then I have the Phillies going to the championship and playing them, but then losing. But I still think Mookie Betts pops off the most for the Dodgers. And then the AL, I don't even know. I want to make a joke about Wander Franco. I want to make a joke so bad.
There's a time and place for that another time.
Yeah. I don't even know. I can't think of anybody really. You want to give me yours? Why I think?
So for National League, I think it's gonna be Corbin Carroll. He's gonna top off in the wild card and lead the Diamondbacks to the division series. And then in the American League, I think it's going to be who? Let's say it's a tough one to say. I think it's Adley Rutschman for the Orioles.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that too.
Okay.
I forgot about him.
The two young stars of the league.
Yeah. Yep. All right. We going to MLB. Want to move on to NFL?
Yeah, for sure. So moving on to the NFL, Week 4 is in the books. We only have 2 undefeated teams left in the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. We're going to focus on 3 games that we found most intriguing. First one is being the Bills and Dolphins, which, wow, everybody expected that to be the game of the week, and it for sure was for the Bills. They went out and played amazing.
Yeah. I don't understand. I was very shocked to see that out of all the defenses, the Bills shut down the Dolphins. Out of all...
Without even Von Miller.
Exactly. Like, out of all the
And Jordan Poyer.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand. Like, I guess it's a divisional game. They were in Buffalo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they were in Buffalo. Yeah, I don't understand. The Bills are just... I mean, their offense is also looking electric. Not as good as the Dolphins. Like, the Dolphins have probably one of the best offenses. Definitely the fastest defense. Or offense in the league.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But the Bills are looking good, too. Josh Allen got humiliated in Week 1. And he's getting he's on his revenge.
But if you think about it, you could say that all you want. But Josh Allen does this to us every year. He plays terrible Week 1. Everybody's like, he stinks. He's not the franchise guy. But then he comes back and leads the Bills to like a 12, 13-win season. But I need to see him get to a Super Bowl. Like, once he gets to that Super Bowl, even if he wins or loses, I'll maybe put a little faith in him. But once he wins the Super Bowl, all the narrative about him will stop, even if he keeps doing this year after year. He just needs to get to that game and, like, win it. So,
yeah. Surprising loss for the Dolphins. I didn't expect it to be that much of a blowout. I mean, 28 is a 28.
Well, if you think about it, this game was 14-14 early, but then the Bills got a couple stops on defense and made it really, made it a blowout more than it was. Like, it made the score look like it was really bad, but as it really wasn't. It's just the Dolphins couldn't execute. They only had, 1 or 2 turnovers, 2 through a pick, but, what are you going to do about that? But the biggest stories of this game were the receivers. Tyreek Hill, not even over 80 yards, while Stephon Diggs was insane with, over, 120, 130 yards and 3 touchdowns, which is amazing. So, and then anything else you want to point out to that game? Or it's just a game that needs to be talked about because the Dolphins, after scoring 70 last week, I knew they weren't going to do that, again this week, obviously. Yeah. But, I thought they would have been, maybe a touchdown or 2 game, but what happened. So, But then moving on, we got the Eagles and Commanders. You want to start off with that one? You want to start us off with this one?
I haven't seen much of Sam Howell. I'm gonna be honest. That was probably the first full game I've ever actually watched of him. Not gonna lie, I was pretty impressed. That man's pretty clutch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they still lost, but I mean, like, not really his
He
fault.
played a quarterback manageable game.
Yeah.
If you put him on, in your opinion, what's like a playoff fringy team that just needs is a quarterback away from contending for the playoffs? Giants?
Honestly, you can't blame me, though. Actually, I'll put the Jets. One of those New York teams.
One of the New York teams?
Yeah, you could really put them on either one of those teams. I mean,
okay.
If you think about it, they both. Daniel Jones isn't looking good at all, and I guess Zach Wilson did have a good game against the Chiefs, but we'll get into that. But one of those teams, if you put them in one of those, I think both of those teams go to the playoffs.
Possibly the Saints too, because
yeah, I guess
because like he's a manageable quarter. Like I see him as an improved version of Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't turn over the ball, but he's not, like, a superstar.
Yeah, I mean, even in, like, that last drive to take it into overtime, they had, like, 1 second left, and he threw a touchdown, like, flawlessly.
To Dotson.
Yeah. Like
that was insane.
Yeah.
All right, then anything else? All right, yeah, obviously, we're going to talk about the offense.
We're going to talk about the Eagles a little bit. Let's see. First half, the offense forgot how to play football. It was really fun to watch. Moving on to defense. Well, and then in the second half, they came back.
The only thing that was memorable in the first half was the Devontae Smith catch towards the end of it. I don't know how he made that catch.
Yeah,
he just like balls out against the Commanders, I swear.
Yeah, and then speaking of balling out, we have A.J. Brown popping off. He had
anybody who had him in fantasy, you know.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
me too.
That was great. But yeah, he balled out this game. He had 2 really long touchdowns.
And had over 170 yards.
Yep, 100 yards. That man's popping off again this year. We get
Dark Horse Offensive Player of the Year, just saying. I know what Christian McCaffrey did, don't get me wrong, he had 4 touchdowns.
Christian McCaffrey's getting MVP.
Yeah, he'll be the first non-quarterback since A.J. Peterson to do it. I wouldn't be even surprised. Because, like, that team is so good. Just going off topic real quick. The team is so good, but McCaffrey, without them, they wouldn't be where they are right now. Yeah. Let's say they had McCaffrey though in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. I think they would have won. Yeah, especially that season he had that year. Like, anything else you want to really focus about that game or not?
The Eagles. I want to talk about their defense. I don't know what's going on with our secondary. Our secondary suck. Like they just suck for some reason, and they really shouldn't. I mean, the D line is perfect. I love our D line. It's great. Jalen Carter is the man.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Nicholas Morrow, though?
No.
He's our linebacker. You know who he is?
Yeah, I know who he is. I haven't really... Oh, I do kind of...
He had 3 sacks.
Yeah, now I remember. That's what I know.
Yeah, he like... We had a good amount of sacks. Hassan Reddick finally on the board. That's good for him.
Yeah.
If you think about it, though, he did bring up a good point. He was wearing a cast on, his, not his arm per se, but, where he got surgery on. He was wearing it. He just got to take it off this week. So. Yeah,
I mean, I was kind of expecting him to start off a little bit slow. Not be useless. Like, he's always going to be there. Like, he'll always try to do something. Mm-hmm. But this is probably the first week that that he was really going to do something where he got the brace off. Yeah, but pretty much our whole D-line was great. But it's just once you get past that, we start to struggle a lot.
Yeah, but linebackers played well, and when you get Nakobe Dean back, you'll be fine about that perspective. But then what are you gonna do? We lost our slot corner, and don't get me wrong, Bradbury, he's good. I like him wherever, but I like him more out on the outside because he can cover receivers easier than Josh Jobe can. He is trash.
I don't know. I just think there are a lot of catches that shouldn't have been caught for the Commanders just because they just had receivers wide open. And there was just nobody around them. They kind of just forgot that they have receivers on the command. I have no idea.
I do have to ask your opinion on this. Do you think it was a catch in overtime?
Overtime?
The McLaurin.
Oh, the foot.
The McLaurin.
That could have went either way.
I think
if you really look, it looks like he had a toe out. So it's I would have been pissed if it was a catch.
Yeah.
But I would have been mad, but it's like it could really go either way. As an Eagles fan, I'm not too upset, but like realistically, I could see that going either way.
Yeah, it's like one of those calls where like whatever call they make like before, I think is the call that's gonna like most of the time stand. So.
Yeah. I don't know. What are you gonna do? Eagles won. Great win. Great game.
Win's a win at
Yep.
this point. So.
Moving on, we have Chiefs Jets. That was such a weird game.
It's so weird that Zach Wilson actually balled out.
Yeah, I mean Zach Wilson's looking good. He matured a little bit. Didn't blame the defense. Proud of him. I don't know what happened with the Chiefs though. Like they just stopped using Travis Kelce. Patrick Mahomes didn't look as good. But it's.
I'm surprised because if you know, you know.
Yeah, you know. But
it's so bad at that point. Like it's like yeah, it was cool at first, but now it's just getting annoying. That like it's all they can mention.
Yeah, they're just milking that shit. I don't know. Proud of the Jets. They should have won. There were a lot of calls that should have been called and weren't.
Yeah.
It's just a rough game. Although the Chiefs almost lost to the Jets. That shouldn't have happened.
Mahomes had 2 picks.
I know.
Zach Wilson had none. If he didn't, I'm telling you right now, he doesn't drop that ball, the Jets could go down and score a touchdown, and they get one stop.
That's where I stopped watching. I was like, yeah, that's done.
Yeah. There was, your opinion though, there were some controversial calls on that final drive for the Chiefs.
I know the one where Patrick Mahomes like ran for the first down.
And they ended up calling a holding call on the Jets for C.J. Mosley or illegal contact.
Yeah.
The offensive lineman was literally holding the Jets D lineman because there's no way even the Eagles could probably block for that long.
Yeah. It's rough. I mean, we all have our theories about the Chiefs in the NFL, but gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, looking at it though, the Chiefs almost lost to the Jets, so it makes me think it's like, well, what happens if like the Chiefs actually have to play like a really, really good team? Like
we'll have to see Monday night then.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
tell you right
it's like, what happens if they play like the Niners or something? They're gonna get stomped all over.
Yeah, something interesting to say the least.
I
but
mean,
we could say this right now, and the Chiefs could just dominate after this.
I mean, offensive. If the Chiefs play the Niners, I think the Chiefs' offense still does good because Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. It's like Pacheco still he looked good, but it's just like when it comes to the Niners' offense, they're gonna walk over that Chiefs defense.
Yeah, like the Chiefs' defense it's bad and it's got them through all these times, but the offense just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. At least last year they had Smith-Schuster, Valdez-Scantling, and McCole Hardman. Now they just have Kadarius Toney, Valdez-Scantling, who's barely done anything, and then Sky Moore, and then like Rashid Rice.
Yeah,
like guys who are rookies, like you, except for Valdez-Scantling, you really don't have a guy who's like veteran or like veteran receiver. Like at this point, let's say the Chiefs like actually are like mid 500, just above 500. I would say Mike Evans before the season, but I don't know because the Bucs are 3-1 and leading the division right now, which is good for them.
Yes and no. I think not Baker Mayfield. I think Mike Evans wants to get paid though. I don't think the Bucs are going to pay him. Chiefs actually, I don't even know if the Chiefs can either because they just restructured Patrick Mahomes and refused to pay Chris Jones. Yeah, which is just an insult.
Maybe they go get T. Higgins.
T. Higgins, yeah. I think he also wants to get paid.
Yeah, he's gonna get paid wide receiver one money from somewhere, so he has nothing to worry about.
T. Higgins is gonna be asking if they are looking for a receiver, they should go for Mike Evans because T. Higgins is gonna be asking for a lot more money.
Yeah, for sure.
Mike Evans. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think contract wise, I think the Chiefs are kind of screwed. I think this is Chris Jones' last year as a Chief. Not gonna lie, I was shocked that he held out for week 1 and then right after they signed him. They restructured Patrick Mahomes' contract. I was like, what are you doing?
I know, I don't know.
It's rough. I understand Patrick Mahomes deserves it, but it's like he's not gonna do anything if you don't have a team.
Exactly.
He can only do so much.
He's a great player, but he's not he's human.
Yeah.
So
I mean, take the jet ski.
But, exactly. He was brought down to earth for that one.
Yeah. I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Any other points you want to bring up?
No, not really.
Alright, so we're going to move on to week 5 right now. Quickly do our picks, maybe give a point or two about why we're picking that team, and then move on. So, first game, it's the Thursday night game, Bears and Commanders. It's the Commanders. Don't get me wrong, the Bears look great. Obviously, their best game of the year, even though they did lose. I just think it was against the Broncos. The Commanders' defense, after what they did against the Eagles, the Bears are screwed. And Justin Fields, he looked good, but it was also Broncos, which they have a good defense, don't get me wrong. But it's like, if the Commanders can play like that against the Eagles, what do you think they're going to do against the Bears?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think...
Who do you have?
I have the Commanders winning. I don't understand the Bears. That was, like you said, that was the best game so far they had all season. It was 28-7 halfway through the third
Exactly.
quarter, and they blew it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
You can't be that bad.
I guess, you know what's crazy right now, though? They have the first 2 picks in the NFL draft right now.
I know. I saw
If I'm them, I'm losing. I know this might sound very stupid.
Get rid of Justin Fields.
But I'm losing every game, trading Justin Fields to the Cardinals. No, not the Cardinals. That was just a joke. But, just trade Justin Fields to a team. Hope the Panthers, are right behind you because they have their pick. And then they go draft Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison if they clear for the draft.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. The Bears are goofy. I don't know. I thought I had them doing better because in free agency they popped off, but I don't. Mm-hmm. It's hard to say.
So moving on then, we got the London game where the Jaguars, they're not even leaving. They're playing again against the Bills, which this time they're going to lose. Yeah, I hate to say it. Don't get me wrong, they have a good roster, but it's just not enough for the Bills, especially because they've looked good against the Commanders, looked even better in my opinion against the Dolphins, because I say that because doing that looking that good again against an even better team makes you have a better game because you're doing it against a team that's higher standard. So
yeah. I don't know. You also got to think though. Anytime the Jets go international, that's home field advantage.
They're the Jaguars.
Or Jaguars.
You're good.
But still, anytime the Jags
it's like their home.
That's a home field advantage. However the hell they go.
It's like their home away from home.
I know they gotta go. I think they have to go international 1 game every year. I think that's the rule.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have to, since their owners.
It's like the Lions and Cowboys have to play every year on Thanksgiving.
Yep, and we all know how that goes.
All right, moving on. Saints Patriots. I got the Saints. This is gonna be a bad game in my opinion. It's 2 teams that got absolutely destroyed last week. More so the Patriots, of course, but the Saints didn't look great either. They had Alvin Kamara back and didn't score a single touchdown, and they even had Derek Carr playing, which was a stupid decision. This week did not matter for them. This game's not gonna matter all the way down the road when if they're just on the fringe of playoffs. This game, it could matter, but also at the same time, it's not gonna matter seriously. You get Derek Carr to skip that or rest that week. You get a completely healthy one against the Patriots, which could be an easy win. But I think whoever wins this game, it's gonna be a 16-10 game in my opinion. I think it's just it's good defenses, but mid offense.
Yeah, I honestly think the Patriots win. I mean, it could go either way. I have the Patriots winning. I think Patriots defense is always going to be unmatched. It's one of the best defenses in the league. Bill Belichick is freaking amazing with defense. Mm-hmm. Offense, it's something.
Well, they didn't look good. I know they did score 2 touchdowns against the. They did score 2 touchdowns against the
Cowboys.
Or no, the Patriots let up 2 defensive touchdowns. A pick 6 and a fumble 6. So
yeah. I don't know. I mean, you're playing the Cowboys. That's a rough game all around. I didn't.
The defense didn't get most of that points.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the deciding factor, though. Matthew Judon and Christian Gonzalez could both be out, and that's just going to be It's going to be too tough for the Patriots to succeed because they already have the offense not producing. The defense doesn't have their 2 best players, in my opinion. What are they going to do?
Yeah, I don't know. I still think Patriots, and I think their defense kind of just shuts down Derek Carr, and they haven't really used Alvin Kamara. The Saints' running game is I don't understand it because they didn't use Alvin Kamara, and when Jamal Williams was in, they didn't use him at all, and it was like weird.
Yeah, for sure.
Like their running game just sucks.
Yeah. But moving on, this game's actually gonna be good. I think the Jaguars still might win a division, but these are gonna be these two teams are gonna fight for second, in my opinion. It's the Colts and the Titans. I honestly have the Colts. I think Anthony Richardson, he was out a week and then came back and almost made a comeback against the Rams, but they ended up losing in overtime.
Yep.
Richardson just has so much to offer, and like I just feel like I can trust him more than Ryan Tannehill because you saw it last week. They even had to put Derrick Henry in to pass a touchdown. So
yeah,
but that's just gonna be their biggest worry, Derrick Henry. So
yeah, I mean, I have the Colts. I also have the Colts one. I think Anthony Richardson just balls out. I think honestly, I think he's one of the best rookies so far. I know Anthony.
Him and C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, I know C.J. Stroud's been doing really good too.
All
but
those teams are 2-2.
Yeah, I still think Anthony Richardson's really just popping off.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's doing the best out of the three. Bryce Young, not bad, not great. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I think he got put in the worst situation.
Yeah, yes and no.
Because so pretty much Anthony Richardson already went to the Colts having a number one receiver in Pittman, and if Taylor, nobody knew Taylor was going to do that at the time. Then, and then the other thing, let me think. What was I going to say? But, pretty much, that C.J. Stroud at least had some receivers, so he was, he had, he didn't have receivers per se, but he was going into an offense that had some liable targets, and Nico Collins, who's actually been balling out. Those two have a deadly connection.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I have Colts winning.
Okay.
Not easily, but I still have the Colts winning.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a somewhat close game because it's division and both teams are somewhat evenly matched.
These next two games coming up, I'm saying the teams are not going explanation. The Ravens will beat the Steelers if Kenny Pickett plays or not. Defense is better. Ravens are better. Lamar Jackson looked great this season. I got the Ravens winning that division, in my opinion. As long as Lamar stay healthy, which is the question every single year. As long as he stays healthy, though, for sure, without a doubt, they win this division because the Bengals better pick it up soon if they want a chance of not only having the expectations they have, but even winning the division because they're 1-3 right now.
Yeah.
They're last place.
Yep. I don't know. Yeah, Matt Canada blows. I could call plays better than him. She's rough. But, yeah, moving on. I got Ravens, too. All right, moving on. We got Panthers, Lions.
Lions by, 30?
I don't know.
No, I'm joking. But, Lions by, 10, 15 points, I think.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, you keep talking.
So, for sure, yeah. But, I mean, the Panthers, they have a good team, don't get me wrong, but it's the Lions, they're unmatched, and they have actually a good team this year, so
yep.
I mean, what's your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, I have the Lions win. I think their defense is looking good. I think they'll be able to stop because Bryce Young, like I said earlier, he's not doing bad. He's not doing great either. I mean, I think they'll be able to shut him down. Adam Thielen, though, I don't understand what's up with him. He's been popping off. It's ridiculous. I mean, watching him, it was surprising. This was a little bit ago. When they played the Seahawks, him and Andy Dalton did so good together for no reason.
Yeah.
Him and the Red Rifle, goddamn. All right. Yeah, I don't know. Adam Thielen's popping off. He's doing better than I expected. Yeah. I didn't think he was going to do bad. He's doing a lot better than I thought he would.
For sure.
Yep.
But then, yeah, it's the Lions, pretty much. Moving on, this game could be interesting, but this is going to be the deciding factor on who wins. I have the Texans winning because they have a better quarterback. C.J. Stroud is actually really good, while Desmond Ridder, oh my God, he is trash. Their only glimmer of hope on that team is Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
Like I said way before, last year, I said Bijan was going to be a beast any team he was going to go to. That's why I wanted the Eagles to get him, but that's in the past. I'm completely fine with Jalen Carter, but would have been nice to have, but that's in the past now. We already are now, so. But I just think the Texans, they're a really good team, and C.J. Stroud has looked very good, and he's I don't know if you saw the stat, he's like one of the only rookie quarterbacks to ever have 6 passing touchdowns and not have a single pick this year.
Did not know that.
Yeah, he's had a lot of good passing games. He just doesn't have that many touchdowns, but still, to have he has over 1,000 yards already this season, and to have 6 touchdowns, like he's looked. I think him and Richardson, those two could easily be offense. Like this, if the season ended today, these would be my finalists for offensive players or offensive rookies of the year. Bijan, Richardson, and C.J. Stroud. They've all looked the best in my opinion, and I mean,
yeah.
So.
Yep.
Who do you got?
Honestly, I could see this going either way. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Texans too. I think Anthony Richardson's just looking really good.
You mean
C.J. Stroud?
Yeah, you're good.
C.J. Stroud, but B.J. Robinson. I mean, the Falcons' run game is the only thing that works with them. I mean, I watched a little bit of the Jags-Falcons game when they were in London, and Riddle threw 2 picks in a row. He threw a pick 6, and then as soon as he got back on the field, he threw another pick. It was just, I didn't understand that. That was honestly kind of impressive, not going to lie. I didn't know somebody could do that.
Yeah, for sure.
But I didn't think I could fuck up that bad, but whatever.
Moving on. It's this game, there's not much. I'm saying my pick, and we're just going to move on. It's going to be the Dolphins. They're beating the Giants. Moving on.
Dolphins.
Bengals, Cardinals. We get another Josh Dobbs masterclass.
I don't even know what to do here because I'm supposed to go with the Bengals because they have an overall better team.
Yeah.
But apparently, no. Joe Burrow got paid and bounced. Like, God,
oh my God.
Damn. I don't understand. If the Bengals have another game like they just had last week against the Texans, I think the Cardinals win. I think Joshua Dobbs is doing really good for no apparent reason. I think he's gunning for that QB1 spot. Because, honestly, I'm liking him more than Kyler Murray. But okay. I got Cardinals winning then.
Yeah. And then moving on, I got Bengals too. I got the Bengals. I just think I don't know what to think. I'm just gonna pick the Bengals because I don't know how that game's gonna turn out. Moving on, Eagles Rams. Somebody brought this up to me, and this could definitely be the case. This could definitely be the Eagles' first loss of the season because Cooper Kupp is most likely coming back this week. There was in the reports that this is gonna happen. So I think I still have the Eagles like barely squeaking it out, but I still like by 10 points. But I just think the biggest story of this game is DeAndre Swift. I think he's going to have like a good game this week. Maybe have over 100 yards again. Who knows? But I'm just going to pick the Eagles. I don't know. I don't really have much to explain because we know what to expect from both teams. So
I think I'm going to go with the Eagles. I think it's going to be a bit of a shootout though because I think it's going to be similar to like the Commanders game where the defensive line is really good, but it's like once you get past there, their secondary isn't going to do anything.
Yeah.
They're putting up with Puka and Cooper Kupp. And, I mean, it's a somewhat...
And Higbee.
Yeah. Cooper Kupp's coming off
an injury. And Kyrell Williams, too.
Yeah. But it's like, Cooper Kupp, I mean, is kind of coming off... He's coming off an injury, so he's not going to be, like, amazing. But he's still going to do something. And then Puka's been popping off.
Yeah.
So it's like, as soon as they get past the defensive line... That secondary, I have no faith in them.
Yeah.
So, I have no idea. I still think the Eagles win, but only by like a field goal.
Okay.
Yep.
Moving on, Jets, Broncos. I'm going to pick the Jets. I'm not going to put much explanation to this. These next couple of games, I'm just going to pick a team and not really give explanation because, like, I feel like last week's games are more interesting. These ones are just not, I wouldn't say overwhelming, it's just like, it's like blah. Like, when you want to try to explain it.
I guess I'll go with the Jets, too. I mean, if Zach Wilson has another game like that, like against the Chiefs, I think he beats the Broncos.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's just, right. This is rough.
And then moving on, I got the Chiefs versus the Vikings. Yes, they did struggle, but they're playing the Vikings.
I think this game's going to be a bit of a shootout because I don't think the Chiefs defense can handle Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson.
And Vikings defense can't handle Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Isaiah Pacheco. This game might be like 50 to 50 or 56 to 50. Like,
yeah, it's just going to be back and forth between the two. Moving on, we have I can't wait for this one.
Sunday Night Football, Cowboys and 49ers. I have the 49ers winning. So
Niners.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the Niners. I actually am interested in this matchup because it's like so far. I mean, besides from the Cardinals game for the Cowboys, but it's like so far both those teams have looked so dominant, against everybody they played, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Christian McCaffrey's coming off an amazing game, a record-breaking game, 4 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
But I have Niners winning.
Okay, me as well. So.
Yeah.
And then moving on, Monday Night Football, the Devontae Adams revenge game versus the Packers. This would have been crazy if it was in Green Bay, but I have the Packers winning. Yeah. Even if Jimmy G, I think it'd be better if the Raiders, if Aiden O'Connell played, because they could have beat the Chargers last week. That's how bad Brandon Staley is. Like,
yeah.
But I have the Packers. I like their roster more. I hope Aaron Jones could have a bounce back week. Christian Watson's back. He had a touchdown last week. Romeo Doubs looks like I think he's their number one guy. Musgrave probably will be healthy. Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon. They got a good amount of guys where the Raiders won't be able to contend on the other side, even though they had Devontae Adams. It's always a question with the quarterback in the end. So.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Raiders though. I think Devontae Adams has a really good game. Because, I mean, he didn't do much against... Who the hell did they... Oh, they played Chargers. He didn't really do anything until the very end.
For sure.
Like, he only had a couple receptions at the end. But,
yeah.
Yep.
Any other points you want to bring up, or...
Nope.
All right, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we probably won't be doing one Thursday, so expect one probably next Tuesday. You guys have a good rest of the week, and we'll talk to you, all right? See you guys.
See you.